Hello, friends. Welcome to today's lesson on tense and lax vowel sounds. So, if you've been reading our blog post, you understand that today's lesson is all about some of the different sounds that we make in English, specifically vowel sounds. So, let's start thinking about how to distinguish between tense sounds, sonidos tensos, and lax sounds, sonidos relajados. So first, let's think, why is the tense-lax vowel distinction so important for English learners? English vowels are both tense and lax. So, for example, the vowel A, The vowel A, or A in español, might sound like There are many different sounds produced by the same vowel. Some of those sounds are tense, like a. Some of those sounds are lax, like However, in Spanish, vowels are typically tense. So Spanish speakers might be more likely to use tense sounds when they're supposed to use tense and lax sounds. So thinking about this tense-lax distinction is very important for language learners, especially English language learners. Why? Because pronunciation, of course, impacts meaning and comprehension. So the way that we say a word impacts the meaning of that word and people's ability to understand what we are saying or what we are talking about. For example, the word each in English, each, like cada or cada una in Spanish. Let's look at each versus itch. So itch, something like picar, right? For example, maybe I want to say, my hand itches, my hand itches. But if I say my hand itches, somebody might think to themselves, what? What are they talking about? So if I say my hand itches, me pica mi mano, for example, that's a lot different than saying something like cada mano, right? Cada mano. What do you mean, each hand? So that's one small example of how pronunciation is so important. I think as language learners, we all have examples and stories of when we had a small miscommunication or a very small pronunciation difference, and it led to a huge communicative difference. I know I do. So let's think about some of these tense sounds, or sonidos tensos. Tense sounds are sounds that require more tense facial positions. So with tense sounds, you might feel tighter, more strained facial muscles. You also might feel more tension in your mouth, tongue, and lips. What are lax sounds or sonidos relajados? Lax sounds are sounds that require a more relaxed facial position. You might feel more relaxed facial muscles and less tension in your mouth, tongue, and lips. So, for example, let's think about some of these different words. This left column are words that have tense vowel sounds. The right column are words with lax vowel sounds. So while I am saying each word, pay close attention to how they sound, what my face looks like, And if you're repeating after me in this video, think to yourself how it feels to produce different sounds. Okay, let's look. We're going to say each pair, and I want you to pay close attention to what each pair looks like. Watch closely. Peach, pitch. So pay close attention. Do you see my mouth? Do you see the big difference with peach? My mouth is strained. My muscles are tense. Mi cara está muy tensa, ¿verdad? Peach. I'm smiling. All of these muscles are very strained. On the other hand, pitch. My mouth is more relaxed. Pitch. So the words peach and pitch are very similar. They only have a distinction between a tense and a lax vowel sound. The E and the I sound is different. Let's look at some other important words. For example, beach and caution with this word, bitch. So we are not trying to be vulgar. We don't want to say bad words, but it's important to think closely about this difference. Beach, I want to go to the beach, is a lot different than bitch. Let's keep moving on. Each, itch. Bait, bet. Boot, butt. Food, foot. Meet, met. Rude, red. Pool, pull. So those are some examples of some tense and lax words. I hope this has helped. Please continue on with the lesson and look out for the next video coming up. Thank you. See you soon.